Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, The Classic Beauty Goddess. If you are new here, hello, my name is Megan. I am so glad that you are joining me today for another Going Green eye looks, that is. And if you are interested to see what shade of green I am using and how neutral or bold that look gets today, let's get started. For today's video, I thought that I would do a couple of things a little differently. So let me explain that before we get into which palette I am using. First of all, I do not have any makeup on. I have my skincare on, and I was thinking about how you can apply your makeup in different ways, in different steps. There doesn't have to be a specific order. Now, that being said, of course, you would want to put a primer on before your foundation or an eye primer before your eyeshadow. But does it matter if you put your eyeshadow on before the rest of your face? No, it doesn't. It really is about preference and about what makes sense for you. So if you have watched any of my videos in the past, you probably have seen me do my face of makeup first and do my eyes second. Or if I'm just doing an eye look in that video, I may already have the rest of my makeup applied. Today I thought I would try and reverse that because I have seen and spoken to people who work in makeup that say that doing your eyes first gives you a better ability to clean up around your eyes. If you make a mistake, if there's fallout from the eyeshadow, it's just a little bit easier. So I'm gonna try that today. So I will say that I did put on a little bit of color corrector around my inner corner, and I put on my concealer already, and I also just went ahead and did my face primer just so it was already done. I do still have to put on my eye primer, which is the one from Rare Beauty. So I'm gonna pop this on, and then afterwards I am going to use the Sydney Grace Where the Wild Things Grow palette. If you watched my palette video, you know that I love this palette because of the jewel tones of the colors. I just think that this is an absolutely gorgeous palette for any time of year, spring, summer. You can even get away in the fall and winter just because of those gorgeous jewel tones that you have. I have swatched the green, the sunflower, and the primrose before, but I haven't really used them because, again, I've been a little intimidated, not gonna lie. This is all about being honest and being real. So I have been very intimidated by these. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna start with Poppy as kind of an all over transition shade. And then I'm gonna use Bright Star in my outer corner to give it some definition and maybe a little bit in the crease. And then I'm gonna figure out what to do with these two shades. This is definitely a little bit more of, I don't think it's an emerald green. I would call that more of like maybe a forest green. Like it's got that evergreen tree kind of green coloring to me with a hint of blue to it. And then you have this sunflower shade, which when I swatch it, it has kind of a bluish green silvery shade to it. So I don't want to put that all over and kind of distract, but we'll see what happens. Because I do want to make this green. So we're gonna do that. So let's see, let's pull the hair back first, just to get it out of the face and get that primer going. So while I do that, when was the last time you guys created an eye look that you really enjoyed, that you were not sure of to begin with? Maybe you weren't sure of the colors that you were trying to use. Maybe it kind of started out looking a little disheveled or patchy. Maybe the colors together looked a little bit muddy or something like that. But then when you finished and put everything together, it just worked. Have you had one of those lately? I kind of feel like that was last week's video. The shades were really pretty. It definitely wasn't something I think I would do all the time. And I was definitely worried as I was working it. But the more that I did, the better I think it looked. And I think it ended up pretty well. So, all right. So we're going to go in with that light poppy shade. All right. I just added a little transition there. And now I'm going to do the Blazing Star shade right in the middle. And I think I'm going to take my fluffy brush and kind of put that in the outer corner here. And that just gave, you know, a little definition, nothing too crazy. Just realized you guys were very far away. So I am going to try to pull you in a little closer. How's that? There we go. So I definitely think I could add a little bit more here to that outer corner. And I'm keeping my eyes open so that when I put the shade down, I'm still able to see it. Sometimes if you close your eyes and, you know, brush on when you open them and some of your eyelid kind of disappears, or, you know, because your eyelid is open, you're not seeing the whole thing. Sometimes it is harder, and I think that's what they call having hooded eyes. I'm not 100% sure. I think mine are definitely heading in that direction. So anyway, nothing wrong with that. Just you have to, you know, do a little different techniques with your eyes doing that. I think I'm going to try and put that primrose on the outer corner. So this dark shade, I'm going to try and put that right on the outside. That is a very pretty shade. It's definitely darker than something I've used before. Maybe not that I've ever used before, but it's definitely been a while since I've used something in this boldness, because my last couple of looks have been very much lighter. I'm not sure why, but I always feel like I get my left eye, that outer corner, much nicer than my right. Not really sure why that is. I am going to find a kind of fluffy brush, and I am just going to clean up that a little bit so that it's not so intense. But it is nice to have a little bit of a bolder look. So maybe sweep that around a little. So I will go back into Poppy with a nice little fluffy brush and just kind of clean up those edges. And we're just going to go up to the brow bone, or the underneath the eyebrow, just to kind of all right, I think that helped kind of lighten that, but you still have that dark green. And then I am going to take a flat brush, And I'm going to go in with that sunflower shade. We're going to see if this even goes together. I'm not even sure it does. So this is kind of a, this is definitely an experiment. There is a lot of shimmer here, so I'm very glad that I did that eye primer first. Let's see, does that look even? You can definitely see, I don't know if you can see any fallout. I actually don't really see much at all. I did get a little bit over in that left corner, so we'll add a little bit more to that right corner. And I think, just for fun, I'm gonna try and add a little bit more of that green. Right there in the crease and in that outer corner. Do the circle motion and then up in the crease. I think that's really pretty. I mean, it's a lot. It's definitely different for me. I'm going to take that sunflower shade and I'm going to put that on the bottom half of the inner corner. Help keep that nice and light. Now, I don't go very low when I put shadow under my eye because I feel like it definitely draws, you know, lower. So I don't like to do that. We're going to take a little bit of that primrose on the outer half, kind of help that meet that outer line there. Here we go. Yeah. There. Yeah, I think that really helped. Wow, that is a lot for me. But I think it's really pretty. There's not a ton of fallout, but definitely adding it, I think down here, there's a teeny tiny bit that wasn't there before. So, but I think that is a very beautiful, very stunning eye look that you could do for evening. I mean, you could wear this during the day if this is your particular style. It's a little bold for me, so I would wear this more as an evening look, date night look, you know, special occasion type thing. It would not be my everyday, but I could see where someone who likes more boldness and shimmer would like this every day. So I'm actually done with this palette. I think I have used the two colors I wanted to, and they are everywhere I want them to be. So if you will give me just a couple of minutes, I am going to apply the rest of my makeup to my face, including foundation, blush, mascara, maybe some brows, and I'll be right back. All right, so I have put on my whole face. Everything will be linked down below in the description box, but I'm going to try and run down this really, really fast. So I used the Danessa Myricks Beauty Yummy Skin Serum Skin Tint. I have the number 6. I also used the Danessa Myricks Beauty Evolution Powder. I got this during the Sephora sale, and I really like it so far. I've only used it a handful of times, so that's not quite a final review. I also used the Danessa Myricks Beauty Yummy Skin, I think this is Balm, Cheek Balm in Jubilee. And I used my, this is from Yes Style, it's the Lijie, I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly, but this is the mascara that I used. Very popular on Yes Style. And then I used the Peri Para Rosy Nude Ink lip liner and the Velvet in number 17. So this is on my lips. It's a little bit more of a lipstick consistency, creamy consistency, but it's slightly matte. It's not shiny. Might be a little bit of a satin finish, but not much. I did do my brows because I'm at my beauty desk and not in my bathroom. I used my e.l.f. Brow crayon because that's all I had out here. But I think that this look turned out really fantastic. I'm going to get really close to you for just a second and let you see the finished eye look. But I think it turned out really, really well. I really like this color. And I think that these two together, while when you swatch them may not look like they would be what you would put together, I do think that they worked well together and gave that definition. And then just having that kind of rosy matte look on the lips, I think is nice and complimentary so that you don't have too much shine all over the face. And then of course using that nice matte cream product on the cheeks definitely helped, you know, bring everything together. And again, all the attention is on the eyes. Everything else is just to help complement that. So thank you so much for staying with me throughout the video. If you have any questions or any concerns, leave me a comment, send me a DM over on Instagram. My handle is here. All the information to contact me or to see what links I have are down below. Most of them will be affiliate links, but there are some that aren't, and I do put the full names of the products, so if you want to look for those on your own, you can. You don't have to use my links if you don't want to, but I appreciate it if you do. And yes, please like, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of the eye look, if you're enjoying the green month of May, and share me with your friends and family if there's anyone else you think might want some makeup tips and tricks, or, you know, just see some different ways of applying everything. Again, I didn't have a lot of fallout, so, but the little bit that I may have had, you know, there's still a little speck here, but I think it's just because it's glitter and it's hard to get rid of, so, you know, or shimmer, it's not really glitter. But yeah, I think it's great. Thank you again. I hope to see you in my next video. There will be one more green eye look coming your way. So I am super excited for that one too, because I bought a new palette. So if you are interested, please make sure you subscribe. I will see you guys next time. So please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other.